Water is essential for the health and productivity of cattle, which is why farmers and ranchers work hard to ensure their herds always have access to this valuable resource. We've got to look at a company that's revolutionizing how cattle producers manage their water.
How much time do you spend thinking about the water your cattle must have? Is the tank full? Is there a problem? It's a source of concern for farmers and ranchers, and inevitably someone has to go check, often daily, to make sure the water is there and flowing. However, there is a better way.
Ranchbot's a remote monitoring solution that allows ranchers to see their water on the ranch in real time. Part of ranching life is driving to check water. I mean, it's the essential ingredient for ranching, and obviously on hot days, and even in the middle of winter. I mean, it's essential for us to know that our cattle have water, and we spend a lot of time driving to check water that 95% of the time does not need checking for the 5% of times that it does, because we have to know that our livestock have water. So we created Ranchbot so that ranchers could know their water in real time without having to drive there. So now we have about 8,500 ranchers waking up every morning looking at their water on their cell phone or on their computer and knowing where they've got water issues and when they've got water issues immediately.
We live 15 miles away, so to come down and check a cistern or trough, that could be an hour out of our day, plus the fuel and it's just the peace of mind also to know that there's not something happening, the cows have water. So yes, it is a big advantage for not having to drive whenever you don't live on site.
Ranchbot uses sensors and satellite technology, and the original system is set up to monitor water storage and tanks in a 3 to 5 mile radius within line of sight. However, on some operations, brush or hills could interfere with that signal. So Ranchbot has added to their line of products with a new unit called Trough Direct that was introduced to ranchers at a grazing field day, as well as at the NCBA trade show in San Antonio.
Well, this year at NCBA, we're really happy to be launching our Trough Direct product, which is really something we've designed for the US market, where we have a lot of people taking water from a well direct to a trough or to a drinker. And this device sits on the side of the drinker and talks direct to satellite and gives the rancher real-time observations on their water for their cattle. They know that they're drinking, they know if the water's too high, they know if the water's too low, and so they can rest easy knowing that that their Trough Direct product is delivering them reporting on their water for livestock.
I just open an app and it's there. Instantly, you can see which troughs are at what levels, if they're low, if they're, the level's dropping in a cistern too fast, so you can just get up, 24/7 it's available to you.
Talking to Suzanne, you can get a feel that like where we've got these trough directs out further out where they don't drive by those troughs every day. They don't see that stuff every single day, and she's able to know that there's water in those troughs, that she just doesn't have to worry. It gives her peace of mind.
Although Trough Direct has just been launched, a number of ranchers have been testing the new system and getting comfortable with what the Ranchbot technology can do for them.
Ranchbot has been great. Tim came out and installed on a storage cistern, and also some direct bots on troughs, and then the ones that also have the direct up to the satellite because they were over 3 miles away with brush in the way.
So our trials with Trough Direct over the last sort of 6 months have been really, really well received across the country. We've had some awesome feedback from ranchers using the device. And again, we're just hearing them saving a significant amount of time, money, and I think the overarching thing is this peace of mind. I mean, we don't necessarily realise as ranchers how much time we spend worrying about water and the things we can't see and control. So the feedback about Trough Direct has been really positive about those matters, and also just the affordability of not having to drive to check the water. Because, again, you can't get too far in the F-250 for $1 these days, and the device runs for less than $1 a day.
In Texas, I'm Brian Baxter reporting for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
Water is the lifeblood of your cattle operation. That's why Ranchbot is dedicated to providing solutions that'll save you time, money, and give you peace of mind. Visit ranch-bot.com to check out their full line of products.